I saw the advertisement on Facebook Marketplace for a parrot for sale, and the phone started blowing up. We were hearing everybody telling us about this Cayman parrot that was for sale. So basically what I did was went undercover and stated that I wanted to buy this bird and wanted to see the bird, and through conversations through WhatsApp and text messaging arranged to be able to go and pick up Charlie as an assumed name. My name was Charlie as an assumed name, and that's why we named him Charlie. And through recourse and home searches and getting a warrant, we were able to get Charlie to a safe place and to actually arrest the suspect who had him in his possession. He went to court and has been found guilty of 3 different offenses: possession, offering for sale, and taking of a Cayman parrot. So he was found guilty of all 3 of those, and now we're awaiting sentencing on what kind of sentence he's going to get.
Charlie came here in July, and he was in a bit of a state. He was missing feathers around his neck and around his chest. He was very stressed out, very angry bird. So when Charlie came, we had to wait for his feathers to grow back. He was treated for parasites. He was very stressed, so we needed him to relax. He wasn't fed properly. He wasn't cared for properly. So we had to first get him stabilized with his health. Start eating what we were giving him for his proper diet and his vitamins. Then his feathers grew in. He started to look beautiful. He still growled at us, still didn't like us. But he gained some weight. Everything about him looked perfect. And then we got to move him to the flight cage, because the important part, of course, of the rehabilitation is flying and the eating of the wild food in the flight cage, because we hang it in more of a natural way. Yeah, he started flying as soon as he went in there. It was just a matter of time. He's strong. He's still angry, but he's strong, he's relaxed, he's wild, ready to go.
We're here today to release Charlie, the Facebook bird, which is an extremely wonderful situation to be in, given the poor condition he was in, but also the long-standing history of keeping these wild birds in captivity. And I think the release of Charlie really goes a long way. His plight for raising awareness has been an extremely important journey for where we are in parrot conservation in the Cayman Islands. Historically, we've had a lot of captive birds. We've had a lot of poached birds from the wild, so animals being taken from the wild. And the public perception has really shifted, which is something that we saw when he was offered for sale on social media. A lot of wonderful people out there recognized that this was, an illegal act, and that it was ultimately the wrong thing to do. And that shows me that we've come a long way in changing the perception of the Cayman parrot from a commodity that could be traded to really a natural heritage that should be preserved for future generations.
Come on, Charlie. Good buddy.
It feels very good to be able to know that Charlie, going from the condition that we found him in and the situation that he could have gone into even from that point, that he's beautiful and he's healthy now. So he just wants to get out there and be a parrot, and it's going to make my heart happy to be able to see him finally be out where he's supposed to be in a healthy condition. We're so grateful to the Parrot Sanctuary for getting him back to where he should be, and it's going to make me extremely happy to see him fly out of the flight cage today.
The Parrot Sanctuary has been invaluable. Since we opened in 2018, we've had 42 successful releases of rehabilitated birds, confiscated birds, birds that have had injuries or been run over. So it's just really something we could not have done as a department without the partnership with the Parrot Sanctuary. It's been really, really amazing. It's of paramount importance for these wild populations to survive and sustain themselves, given that our islands are so small. There's a limit to how many parrots we can have in the wild at any one time. So ensuring that the threats are not crippling to our populations, threats such as development, nest destruction, the invasive birds that continue coming in, and unfortunately the poaching that is still occurring on our islands, it's of vital importance.
He's been talking to the other birds. We've had wild birds coming in, and he's been making all the wild sounds. They've been talking to each other, And I think it's almost become more regular. It's a few times a week now we have wild birds coming in and they come around the fly cage and he's talking to them. So he's wild, he just needs to get out.